So, Hare Krishna. How did I come into Krishna consciousness? By Krishna's mercy, I was fortunate to be born in a devotee family. My parents were practicing Krishna consciousness before I was born, a couple of years before I was born. So I was born and brought up in the movement. My parents would every week bring me to the Sunday programs because my father would have regular services on Sunday mornings, so we would go for the whole morning program. So that's been my Krishna conscious experience, where I've just been brought up with devotees, with the temple, and with Kirtan. Like, it's been pretty much there my whole life. And it seems quite a natural thing. Like, it doesn't seem something which has been introduced. I guess maybe what has been introduced is a way of doing Kirtan, but since young age there was always this natural attraction for being with devotees and chanting together in front of the deities and yeah, just doing Kirtan for the pleasure of both the devotees and Krishna.
So what motivated me to do Kirtan was I was very much fortunate to be able to see very pure examples of devotees in our movement doing Kirtan. And by seeing their example, I would be completely mesmerized and captivated by them. I remember when I was young, like I said, my parents would take me on the morning programs. And during the morning programs, there was one devotee who was very renowned in England. His name is Tribhuvannath Prabhu, and he was renowned for being a very powerful preacher, very ecstatic Kirtaniya. He was famous for his stand-up kirtans, and I remember it being so intense in terms of it was just so powerful inside, to see that kind of kirtan or to see his kirtan. And I remember when I was young, I would just be captivated by him, and I would watch him play Madanga. I would see how he literally would shout, he would scream, really like he would roar, actually, not scream, he would roar, and all the devotees around him would roar like anything. And I remember that powerful experience left a deep impression in my heart, thinking that wow, like I would like to also play Madanga like this, or I would also like to have that taste for kirtan. So I would come back home, and this was when I was about 4 years old. I would come back home and I would try to, I picked up the Madanga and I tried to play the same way Tribhuvannath would play it. And even though I was just imitating, and like a child I was just a child, but it left a very deep impression on me. And I still remember to this day, him leading the Guru Puja Kirtan. And I remember just sitting at the back and just being completely mesmerized. And then another devotee who's also well renowned around the whole world is Jaya Krishna. I wasn't fortunate enough to get his association, but I was fortunate enough to just sit in one of his kirtans. And again, I remember that same feeling I got when I saw Tribhuvannath Prabhu and was in his kirtans. It was the exact same feeling, like just completely being more or less just shocked, or just kind of just it was like this, like they had like this magnetic force which kind of just pulled you, and pulled your whole attention, pulled your body, pulled your mind, and pulled your heart at the end. Like I remember it was one Kartik, and we were there in Vrindavan, and it happened to be one of the days Ainapur was singing, and I just remember it wasn't from this world. It was nothing no one's seen from. He was sitting there facing Krishna Balaram, and you had his entourage, his group around him, and I wasn't focused so much on the kirtan or on the holy name as I should have been, but I was so focused on him, on Ainapur, and ever since then, since that was about 2007, ever since then, I've this taste, or I guess this feeling of doing kirtan was there. Like it was kind of, yeah, let's do this. Let's all get together and do kirtan. And again, another person I felt was a very powerful personality that I feel I'm learning a lot about kirtan and the holy name is Sachinandan Swami, who's also, well renowned for his love for the holy name. And he's really, whenever I've been with him or I've met with him, he's always told me that, kirtan requires devotion. That's what kirtan is. It's not, the musical aspect and the technical aspect is there, but he'd always say that's secondary. What's primary or the most important is how much devotion you put into the kirtan. He actually once said to me, it's 80% devotion and 20% technicality, which is the rhythm, the tunes. So I feel from all three devotees, and also there are so many other devotees who are, who encourage us or encourage me personally to go deeper in kirtan. So I feel these three are the most prominent for me because this kind of cool thing to do with your friends, like, yeah, let's all meet and do kirtan. But lately and more recently, because of being in the association of such wonderful personalities and hearing from them how what real kirtan is, I feel when I'm doing kirtan, I try to think about how the holy name is non-different from Krishna. So when I'm chanting, I would like to think that when I'm calling out for Krishna, like Krishna is, like when you're saying Hare Krishna, I'm trying to meditate that this is Radha and Krishna, and how would I, if Radha and Krishna were in front of me, what would I do? Like, how would I approach them? How would I be in front of them? It's like, and actually they are there, they are present there, in the holy name, also through the deities, which also it's another way of helping us to sing for the Lord, not for us or for anyone else, but just for Krishna. So what I feel the most in kirtan is trying to remind myself that Krishna is non-different from his holy name, and um, and, and to try to chant in such a way that that I'm realizing that Krishna is non-different from his name, and I feel that is a very good way, a very effective way to become absorbed in the kirtan. If you're always conscious of, yeah, Krishna, Radha and Krishna are with me, like they are present in their holy name. So I feel that for me is how I feel in kirtan, that Radha and Krishna are right there with us.